conference matchup. As the Toronto Raptors come into town for this one. 2K Sports is proud to present NBA basketball. Alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. It'll be the Raptors off the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So for Toronto right now, Dragic is out there with Tyreke Evans. Then it's Scola. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Morris in at the three. A nice shot by Knight.
And he's on the board early.
The first to strike there. Nice hoop.
Brandon Knight spent 1 season in Kentucky, now in his 4th season in the NBA. Still young and a hard worker. Fearless on the court. I think a lot of upside still there for him.
Now Knight, after the missed three from Goran Dragic. Shot clock at 6. Dishes it to Beverly. Feeds it to Smith. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Outside Dragic. Scola sets a screen for Dragic. Jordan with the screen on Smith. It's tipped. And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession.
Well, that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
Now Beverly, after the missed three from Goran Dragic. Beverly with the ball. He feeds it to Pekovic. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Nikola Pekovic, prior to last season, signed a 5-year, $60 million extension. You know, he missed a month with a right ankle issue, but that aside, he went about showing that he was worth every penny.
And so Pekovic nails both of them.
And Pekovic had the best scoring rate of his career last season. You know, prior to that injury, he led the league in second chance points. He's just a monster inside.
Here's Scola. Low block shot on the way. And that one's good. The Bulls have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Beverly dishes to Smith. No luck. So the Raptors will take it the other way. And steady improvement for Nikola Pekovic over his 4 seasons in the NBA.
Yeah, he's improved his rebound rate every season, and you know, a dramatic improvement protecting the ball. Turnovers used to be a big problem for him, but now it's an area of strength.
Dragic. Offensive rebound. Jordan sets the pick for Evans. Into Jordan. It's stolen by Hill. Here's Beverly. He kicks tonight. Hill is green on Evans. Here's Knight. There's the block.
The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
Outside Dragic. The feed to Evans. And that misses. That would have put him up. Chicago leading. And here's Beverly. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Hill is green on Dragic. Good.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3.
Evans passes to Scola. A second chance effort. And that's 2 points on the layup. Skola's got his second bucket of the game to go.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Pekovic with the screen for Knight. Stolen by Evans. Now Morris. Pass to Dragic. And stolen by Pekovic. Now here's Beverly. Pass to Knight. Smith outside. 6 to shoot. Passes it to Hill. Smith with a screen on Scola. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Knight's got 7. Raptors trailed by 5. Dragic kicks to Evans. Evans right side. It's Scola with the drive. The basket good off the assist from Evans. 6 points for Luis Scola.
Nice start as he's knocked down 3 of his first 4 and has hit the ground at high speed.
Hill is screen on Evans. It's back to Hill. His first shot coming late. Another shot. And that one's good. Pekovic.
Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. He stayed with that play from start to finish.
Evans outside. Outside Dragic. Goes back up. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Chicago leading by 5. Not a lot of people thought, Steve, that Chicago had a chance last year to do much when Derrick Rose went down, but they stuck with it and ended up in the playoffs nonetheless.
And they didn't just make the playoffs. They had home court advantage in the first round as well.
6 to shoot. Shot off the pick. And Bears Knight. That's good on the assist from Pekovic.
That's 4 connections and 5 tries now for him in what's been a great first quarter.
Evans kicks to Dragic. Back to Evans. Shoots from the high post. And that is good.
Unfortunately for the Bulls, home court advantage really didn't do much for them as they dropped their first 2 games at home and were bounced in the first round. Another example of why home court advantage is desired. It doesn't necessarily guarantee anything in the playoffs. Matchups drive results.
He dishes it to Dragic. Lets it go from the wing. And that one hits back iron.
Well, the Bulls ran into a solid Wizards team and lost in the first round of the playoffs. It looked to me like they might have been worn down. And I think a healthy Bulls team with a little more depth is definitely a threat to go deeper this season.
Smith dishes to Pekovic. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
Well, they've really kind of struggled offensively here. So I think this timeout is for him to really draw something up, maybe get an easy 2 and get their confidence back.
You know, sometimes an easy basket out of a break is just what you need to get things back on track. And coaches always have plays specifically for that situation, coming out of timeouts for an opportunity to get a bucket.
And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Here's Prigioni, defended by Beverly. Serafin inside. Pekovic is there. They get it again. Neal passes to Ilyasova. Shoots over Pekovic. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Bulls leading by 8. Knight with it. He's got 12. The pass to Smith. Crashes in for a double-digit lead. Smith's got his first points of the game.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
And he gets it to go.
A little lucky, frankly, but he did get it to go.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. Changes for Chicago. Perolantic, he's checked in for Nikola Pekovic. Harrison Barnes comes in for Jordan Hill. And it's Crawford in for Knight. Now here's Beverly. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Screen by Smith. Crawford, no luck.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
Yeah, and even though it's early, I mean, that's a great sign for them for the rest of the game.
In the corner, Neal with it. Off target from outside.
Josh Smith does an awful lot of good things on the floor. As a matter of fact, he's one of the really high-quality stat sheet stuffers in the NBA. But one of the things he doesn't do quite well is shoot three-pointers. And yet he continues to insist that that be a big part of his game.
And so here's Toronto. Harrison Barnes missing his last shot. Kicks it to Neal. Uncovered. And he drops that one in. The Bulls leading by 6. Here's Beverly. There's the pick. Over in the corner, Barnes. Smith kicks to Antic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Here's Prigioni. .129 left in the first. So the wing on the left. There's Neal with the three. Chicago's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Barnes kicks to Beverly. To stop the drought. And he gets the bucket. Beverly's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And he came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
Here's Neal. Kept alive.
Well, he's been trying to add that mid-range shot to his arsenal, but it still isn't there.
And Beverly kicks to Antic. Here's the screen. Right wing. Shot misses. And Toronto will go the other way with it.
Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up.
I'd say that shot was well within his range.
You think so? I mean, I was pretty good from 2 feet and in myself. That's a gimme there.
And here's Beverly. Smith sets the pick for Barnes. Deep 2 from Crawford. Hands the shot from the wing. Prigioni for 3. What a play! He simply drains. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, I'll tell you what, I like what I've seen from this club defensively. They're forcing a lot of turnovers with their quick hands and ability to play the passing lane.
Well, you talk about quick hands, but I think it's the mindset of being aggressive and then obviously being active with the hands, tracing that ball so you can come up with deflections that may lead to steal.
So for Toronto right now, we've got Salmons. Gary Neal is out there with Pablo Prigioni. Then it's Ilyasova, and it's Serafin in the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Prigioni, following the score by Jamal Crawford. And Prigioni kicks to Neal. Here's Serafin. It's blocked. Now Beverly. To the paint. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Pretty bad defense, letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know what's going to happen, and they sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
And the second free throw, good. Raptors trailed by 9.
Making the playoffs was a goal the Raptors had been working towards for a long time, and last year they were able to get back to the postseason for the first time since 2008.
Here's Prigioni. 6 to shoot. Salmons for the 3.
Good sets, good offensive sets are built on solid screens, and that was an example of how you don't want to set a pick.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kevin, Patrick Beverly could make the case for being the league's most disruptive defender at point guard. He said, quote, "I know some people might not like my defense, but I don't really care. I'm physical, I'm tough, and I'm setting the tone. I don't look at the numbers. I just go out there and I guard everyone exactly the same. And that's aggressively, Kevin, exactly what they're looking for."
He gets after it. Nothing easy. Thanks, Doris. On deep, Ilyasova. To the right side. Here's Neal. And the shot no good. A bit short. Long drought came to a close last year, Clark, for Toronto. It wasn't a long ride in the playoffs, but the Raptors sure provided some excitement.
Well, that Game 7 loss to the Nets, Kevin, broke some hearts, but that's just a young team losing to a veteran team, and that always serves you well when you're looking to become more competitive, and ultimately the Raptors benefit from that type of experience.
Raptors trailed by 11. Doubled by Crawford. The dish to Neal. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. 14 seconds. Here's Prigioni. Defended by Beverly. And there's Ilyasova on the assist by Prigioni. Prigioni's got 4 assists in the game. Now here's Beverly. In the corner, it's Crawford. All sorts of time. Ontic dishes to Smith. The shot is off.
Tell you what, he can be really frustrating as a shooter. All you can do is grimace because he just can't find the range.
In the corner, Neal with it. Feeds to Prigioni. Just 5 to shoot. Into Ilyasova. Another miss by Ilyasova. The Bulls leading by 8. Now here's Beverly. Dishes to Ontic. Shot from the wing. Tries to keep it alive. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Raptors trailed by 8. Here's Prigioni. Defended by Beverly. To the wing right side. Here's Neal. And count it from 19 feet away. Neal's got 8 points.
Gary Neal is 6'4" shooter, played 3 seasons with the Spurs, and before that a long time in Europe. Deep range on his shot, and he's able to hit from a standstill or on the move.
Chicago calls timeout. At this point of the game, always important to stay focused, and while the coach goes over the game plan, these players are getting a much-needed chance to rehydrate and refuel with Gatorade. And guys, we know the drill well, all 3 of us drinking the Gatorade too.
Yeah, no question. Right. I mean, Kevin, people have no idea the fatigue that can set in during a telecast. And so it's important for us to stay hydrated all game long.
Clark, you're always hydrated.
Yeah, I try to be, but it's usually with a combination of H2O and Gatorade.
I love Gatorade. And look at Steve, got the Gatorade shirt on.
Yeah, he's really immersed in the Gatorade.
Yeah.
Gotta love it.
And he gets it to go. And Neal, the combo guard size, but he's more of a shooter than a playmaker.
Yeah, and you know, he does better defending shooting guards in most matchups as well, Kevin. But the offensive end, I think, is where he makes his mark, and that's what you focus on with Gary Neal. He's going to give you scoring.
And it's Pekovic missing. Raptors trailed by 4. Ione passes to Neal. He feeds it to Selmans. Shot clock at 6. Here's Ione. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Pekovic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Knight kicks to Barnes. Back to Knight. Shot to end this cold run. And the layup is good. Knight's got 14 points for the game. And Ione kicks to Neal. Ilyasova is screen on Crawford. From deep 3-point range. Offensive rebound. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
I'll tell you what, wandering aimlessly out of bounds like that might earn him a ticket to the bench.
And the Raptors call time here.
Well, he's watching his club miss a lot of shots that they normally make, and that has to be frustrating. So I think he's going to call this timeout just to try to see if they can be more aggressive, get them to the free throw line.
Sometimes that's the best solution for them, but ultimately I think they'll be able to shoot themselves out of this slump. But in the meantime, maybe getting to the free throw line will help.
Some changes for Chicago. Smith checked in for Parawantic. And it's Terry in for Jamal Crawford. And the Raptors with some changes. Dragic dishes to Evans. Jordan sets the pick for Evans. Into Jordan. It's tipped. There's Dragic with the 3. Scola passes to Evans. Scola sets a screen for Dragic. Another shot. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Barnes has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Dragic again tonight. He kicks it to Pekovic. Smith trying to break loose. And that one's good. Pekovic. And now an 8-point Chicago lead. Evans kicks to Dragic. Jordan with a screen on Knight. And it's Dragic off the drive. No good off the pick.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Pekovic with the screen for Terry. Misses the jumper.
You're not doing your team any good forcing a shot like that one.
You know, I agree. He's got to know better than that.
Evans kicks to Dragic. Puts up a 3. And the shot is good. Dragic has got himself on the board with 3 there.
You know, even though he doesn't really have the long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open ones.
Knight, that's a two-pointer. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Knight's got 16 points.
You know that if you're a team in the East or anywhere in the NBA for that matter, when you face the Bulls, it's going to be a battle wire to wire. These guys are coming at you for the full 48 minutes. They're extremely tough within the conference, too.
Now, here is Knight. Following the miss by Luis Scola. Shoots from the right block. Smith dishes to Pekovic. Back to Smith. The feed now to Pekovic. Over Jordan. And that one's good. Pekovic has got 4 this quarter. Raptors trail by 9. Outside Dragic. Back to Evans. And he gets it to go.
Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. That's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas.
And Pekovic kicks to Terry. Pass to Barnes. 5 on the clock. Pekovic with a screen. Shot by Terry, no good. Toronto's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. And Terry over to help. Barnes with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. A jump hook. And he can't bank that one in. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, the Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau, known as one of the most demanding coaches in all the NBA, he said the teams that are special always play with a rare intensity. That's just how championship caliber teams play. He added, I don't think you really feel pressure if you're putting everything you have into each and every day. Sound strategy, Kevin.
He's one of the best getting that kind of effort from his players, Doris. Thank you. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Raptors trailed by 7. Outside Dragic. Jordan with a screen on Knight. Dragic against Terry. Shot clock at 6. No good from Dragic.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
Terry the pass tonight. They set the screen. Looking to end the drought. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Jason Terry. The Raptors shoot a measly 26% in the second quarter. Evans kicks to Scola. Shoots it up. Knight against Dragic. Crawford is screen on Dragic. Knight dishes to Pekovic. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Bulls lead by 7.